Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Opinion Means Nothing. This week on the show, I'm joined by Jamal. Hello.
Hi. Hey.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Pretty tired. I've been doing quite a lot today, just preparing for a big Dungeons and Dragons game, mowing the lawn. It's like I feel both very adult and very childish, and it's beautiful.
I know what you mean. Dungeons and Dragons, we were having this conversation before, we should have had it on here, but we're going to probably have it again, right? I think it's one of those most underrated games because people think it's much nerdier than it is, and it's actually really dope.
Yeah, the way I see it, and I know that I really shouldn't be like putting on my liberal arts graduate hat and then just try and like write a whole essay about it, but it is it is definitely the nerdiest game there is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Simply because, like, the amount of investment that you'll actually put in. So, like, in order to just get the rules, you'll have to shell out 20 quid for the rule book.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's not just one rule book. You need the Dungeon Master's Guidebook. You need the Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
You need the Monster Manual.
You need some dice.
You need some dice.
You might need some those counters for the figurines, you know?
Yeah. And then you have to spend...
Oh my days, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, and the amount of dedication it goes into, I would make fun of myself. Like, younger me would just be like, did you just spend that much? But luckily, because our Lord and Savior, Tyrone Lewis, honestly, the man is an absolute G. He basically gave me all of the stuff I need to know and PDFs of all the books. So basically, I just had to print them off, and I've saved so much money. It's so much.
Oh, PDFs do save lives.
I've literally saved like 200 quid because of Tyrone. Like, I honestly don't know. It even got me a Dungeon Master screen and everything. Like, I'm honestly like, I'm in awe at how good this guy is to me.
So, do you do like regular campaigns, or is it just like one-off whenever?
So, I try to do as many campaigns as possible because I have a really good understanding of the rules. But because I've spent so much time researching it, that's the only reason. So, I've spent more. So, I've only played like 2-3 campaigns in my life, and because I care so much, it means I really put my all into it, but also because I'm really shit at rolling dice. I was a fucking liability to my team. So like that's kind of the beauty of it, but the problem is like it's the dedication.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like getting people to actually show up regularly to play Dungeons and Dragons, and also like you're not going to be like playing a quick game. It's not like Battlefield or whatever.
No, at least 4 hours.
You're in there for
Minimum.
a solid day.
Minimum 4 hours at least. Like, I remember my first game, and I played with one of my mates. They do every now and then weekly or fortnightly campaign, but they do a regular one where it's a continuous story. But when I jump in, I just play like one-away characters. It's the most fun I ever had. Like, so, because it's even better because my best friend is the Dungeon Master. So like, while we're chilling, like, while I go around to chill with him, so we're smoking up, we're chilling, he's telling me about the story. I'm like, cool, that's the story, right? He's like, what character do you want to play? I was like, I'm not sure about characters. He was like, I think you should play this character. I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I think my character that I play mostly for one-away characters, but it's a regular one-away. He is a human fighter. His name is Sam Young.
Nice.
And he has loads of different brothers. He was adopted. His parents were killed by goblins, I believe.
Oh shit.
And then he was adopted by the king of kind of that faction, that area, and then now he was raised as a knight, and he's just this cool guy.
Nice.
Sam Young.
And I really like have a lot. Like, fighters are a lot of fun to play with as well.
Oh my gosh, yes. I get to just destroy
things. just punch things.
Destroy 2 strikes.
Yeah.
I get a double strike. Oh my days, yeah.
I know, I totally get it. For me, oh my god. So my main character is a dwarf bard, and his name is Melrick Throwbottom. And like his entire story, I didn't really give him like that much of a backstory. I basically said he is the world's worst con artist. And then sometimes I'll just have like certain things about him, like, oh yeah, he's got a thing for elves, and he also just is terrified of mind flayers, and like, and then that just really just adds a lot of depth to the story, but also derails the hell out of it as well. Like, I literally remember, so I was playing a one-shot campaign with my friend Tyrone, and there were just so many times when I would just completely just derail and fuck with the entire story. But it was just like, I just couldn't help it. So for instance, we had to like go to a hospital or an infirmary to like figure out why like all of this bad stuff has been happening to the city. And then rather than just asking people, which is the normal thing, I decided that I was going to say that I was a senior doctor in the infirmary and that I must be taken directly to all of the people who've been suffering from going into this dungeon. And then I rolled a 20 on it. So then he had no choice but to just be like, all right, fine, you are a doctor now.
That's how the game goes. Sometimes you hit those 20s, sometimes you hit the ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my god, the ones, there's something about it which just, it really does make the game. Like, as much as you hate it when it happens, it's just like, well, this just got interesting.
You know, like he probably attempted to do one madness of a move, but it's not gone through because he hit the one.
Yeah. And also what I love about being a bard is that you have this one main spell, which you can use as many times as you want, called Vicious Mockery.
Oh, okay.
And basically, you insult them so viciously that it actually causes damage.
I mean, it's quite a power.
Yeah.
It's quite an insult.
Problem is, I'm not very good at like coming up with good insults when I'm sober. But I remember the first time I like did a campaign, and I was so wasted that at this point I just decided, no, fuck it, I'm just gonna shout bitch really loudly.
How did that work out for you?
Oh, it worked great because we were fighting ogres, so because they had to do like wisdom saving throws, they just kept failing. So I'm just there like, bitch, bitch.
Since I like to talk about what's happening in the world.
Oh yeah, let's.
So I've got some great UK stories.
Mm-hmm.
I found them like as I was leaving work and when I was chilling after work before I came here. So like the best news in the world is this one, right? Where is it? This one here. So basically, this drunk man wakes up in the wrong house. Right? No, but wait for it though. But like the owners, when they wake him up in the morning, they find it as funny as him. And they give him like a cup of tea and a cigarette.
Oh god, I'm trying not to cry. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's good. That's really brightened up my day.
I know, right? That's what I thought. I was like, wow, there's like still genuine healers.
Because like I wouldn't do that in my house.
I know, right?
Can you imagine some rando just coming up in my house and just be like, you got -5 seconds to get to just leave.
So basically, the guy he was at a house party. And during the house party, he decided that he was going to get a taxi to go home. So he ordered the taxi, but he must be wasted at this point, innit? So he orders the taxi, and he goes to get on the taxi. Where is it? Hang on, let me read this properly from here. Where is it?
Is he literally taking selfies with the family?
He recorded a video when he woke up. Like that's what I wanted to show you afterwards. So,
oh my god, that's beautiful.
Like, he said that he missed his taxi outside, so he decided to go back inside of the house where the house party was going on to sleep on the sofa. But he accidentally broke into the wrong house.
Oh no.
Got onto the sofa, found himself a cover. Went to sleep.
Oh man.
It was actually the house next door where the party was going on.
No. Oh man, no. I feel for him so much because there have been times when there was one time when I was at a house party and I was like 16, and then I needed to go back to get my wallet, and then I knocked on the wrong door, and then there's just this 6-foot-tall rugby white dude just stares at me. He's like, "I got kids sleeping. What the fuck you think you're doing?" And I'm just like, "Oh, please, I'm so sorry.
Wrong house.
Oh man. Oh, that's terrifying. That's just so. Oh man.
It's genuine, like as if like they woke up in the apparently he even made a meal.
Oh no! He's using their ingredients.
So he come in. He must have come in, broke in, whatever. Made himself a pot roast. I think he says in the video.
Wow!
Man, I'm not. Made himself some noodles or something. Pot noodles.
Classic.
And found himself on the sofa, got a cover, went off to sleep, and then he was woken up in the morning by the owners with a cup of tea and a cigarette to help with his hangover.
Oh.
Like, literally, that's why I wanted to show you the video. Like, let's make sure it's not too bad.
This is absolute gospel, right? This couple have woke me up, right, and went, "Who are you?" Right? And I'm like, "Just was at this party last night here, birthday party." I'm like, "No, there was. I remember the northern lights, right?" You went, "No, just there's no party here last night." You just woke up on our couch, right? So I was waiting to get a taxi last night. Gospel. I went to get a taxi last night, the taxi's left, and I've come into the arrangements. I've come into the arrangements, got a cover, went to sleep. And this couple woke me up this morning like that.
Oh.
Who are you? So, what I've done is, instead of getting back into the party, I went into the house next door. And thank God, this woman's from Glasgow, so she's like, "How you're welcoming. Cup of tea, a fag."
Oh, humanity, man.
I was next door.
The party was next door.
No danger. I'm like, you've woke up and there's a pot of noodles. I must have made myself. Honestly, thank you very much for being so understanding.
Oh. That is some of the best news I've seen.
It's genuinely beautiful, right?
Yeah. Man, I haven't. Oh. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, it's one of those times I'm just letting it, like, wash over me, like, humanity.
Yeah.
Like, it's good.
It's literally the best thing I've heard. It's literally #1 in the UK on the Metro website. So that's why I was just like, as if. Like, you don't hear stories like that.
No, you really don't.
Like, people don't share things like that. Not nowadays. Like, people, like you said, like, if I woke up, someone was downstairs on the sofa in my house. Yo.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you would have to get through the alarm, and you woke up on the sofa.
There's a lot you'd have to deal with, and then, like, it's weird because, like, even when on, like, the sidebar, I even saw, like, there was news stories, and I was thinking, this is stuff. This is just pure evidence of the news. A lot of the time is just designed to get us angry and just incense us.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it. I'm not okay with it. I get it because, like, they need to sell ad revenue. The only way they sell ad revenue is by making people click, and the only time you click is when you're pissed off. But
yeah, exactly. Or when you read it, you're like, what?
Yeah.
No way. As if that's happening in the world.
But like, funny, like we mentioned that because I found out. You know how there's always those crazy stories of Florida man.
Okay.
I found